up, fam, jam, and hammies? Hope all is Osteen, you know? Healthy and wealthy. Now, we're hearing all this talk about we're all in this together and stay at home and just go about life as normally as possible. Well, to that, I only have one word. YOCO. Am I right, boys?
YOCO!
YOCO simply stands for You Only Quarantine Once. It's not a choice, but a way of life. Why simply sit around and let the days pass when you carpe diem and please the day?
To put in layman's terms, YOCO is simply a lifestyle for those who choose to make the best out of our current circumstances. When life hands you lemons, you take those lemons and you throw them back at life, because I have a very strict hypoallergenic citrus allergy that causes me to go into anaphylactic shock at a moment's notice. So I present to you YOCO in action. Let's go. Eating 30 pounds of Supreme slow-cooked chicken nachos at 7 a.m. after staying up all night playing Warzone?
Missed your grandpa and not able to see him since this whole thing broke out? No worries. Make your homie into a grandpa.
YOCO! 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 YOCO!
Yo, go.
Catching up on Judge Judy?
Guilty.
Face your fears? YOCO?
Wrestle taser? Boys?
No, okay, dude, peanut allergy!
No, guys, no, that. Dying alone?
Go.
It's actually a real fear of mine. Anybody else have any other fears?
Public speaking?
YOCO!
So I've gathered you here today to talk about the cell leaving the nucleus host.
Playing catch with random objects?
YOCO!
Catch this.
Wait, is that a crowbar?
YOCO! 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 YOCO!
Oh, hey there, neighbor. What's that?
Well, what is up, everyone? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. If you don't know, my name is Logan McElroy. I'm the student pastor here at Centerpoint, and just glad you guys decided to hang out with us this morning. This is our middle school environment for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and so we are just pumped that you guys decided to join us. And quick shout out to any of the moms out there watching. Happy Mother's Day. I'm wearing my Mother's Day pink, specifically for my mom. My Augusta National hat, because my mom is from Augusta, Georgia. So, shout out to all the moms out there. We love you. You're the best. Thanks for joining us today. And, it's going to be a great morning. I'm pumped that you guys are here. If this is your first time, please say hello in the chat. The chat's about 30 seconds behind me, so I won't see it immediately, and it's going to be kind of a weird delay, so you can't really interact with me. But our boys Colton and Micah are in the chat. Colton is our student worship pastor, who you're going to hear from in just a little bit. And Micah is our intern, who you're also going to hear from in just a minute. But they will be in the chat holding it down out there, so make sure you say hello to them. And if you have any questions or anything, they can help you out with that stuff. Like I said, we're super excited that you're here this morning. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a good one, but we have a lot of stuff to do, so we're going to jump right into it. All right, people, we're just going to go for it right off the rip. Here we go. We have been I think we've done 3 or 4 now in a row. We have been doing these videos called Micah's Minute, where we give our intern Micah 60 seconds to talk about whatever he wanted. And the last 3 we've done have been, I'll be honest, they've been pretty controversial. Today's, I don't know. I mean, it's controversial. I'll say that. I don't know that it's that wrong, though. Like, normally Micah's opinions are really, like, kind of off. But this one, like, I might be with him on it, to be honest with you. And this is a request straight from you guys, straight from the audience about what he wants to talk about. And so, without further ado, I'm just going to let him take it. So, you guys check it out. It's the next episode of Micah's Minute.
What's up, guys? If you guys do not know me, my name is Micah, and we, on Micah's Minute today, just for you, Caleb, are going to talk about the MCU. And if you do not know what the MCU is, oh boy, we're off to a slow start. That is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the greatest set of movie films all time. And I mean, in all history, I don't care. I know that's a bold statement, and you can throw all Harry Potter, Star Wars, I do not care. Marvel Cinematic Universe, greatest 23 movies to ever live on this world. And it's over a course of a couple, maybe from like about 10 years, and I'm telling you, if you have not seen them, listen, please listen to me. This is some of the greatest advice you'll ever hear. Sit down, take the time, it's going to take you a long time, but buy every single one of those 23 movies and sit down and watch them for the next 3-4 days. I mean, hey, what else better do you do? It's quarantine. Best quarantine idea there is. MCU, greatest movies ever.
So there you go. There's a lot of controversy in that, to be honest with you. But I think a lot of you, as the chat is currently showing, says that the Marvel movies are pretty much the best. Mr. Bramble over there says not quite the best, but they are good. Caleb Nolasco says they're the best. Peyton Lamb, the best. Carter Fosnaugh, the B movie is the best. Carter, that's really quite a claim there. But, I don't know. I might agree with Mike on this one. It's of like any group of movies, it might be my favorite. So, yeah, that's pretty great. So you should definitely check them out if you have never watched them before. They're pretty incredible. So we're gonna move right along into our game. We're gonna play a game today. Again, as always, when we play a game, we want you to interact. We want you to answer in the chat. And so this one's pretty simple. It's called Pay More, it's actually called Pay Less or Pay More, the Mom Shoe Edition. So in honor of Mother's Day, we're going to play a little game for them. And what is going to happen in this game, it is quite simple. And fellas, I'll be honest with you, this might be a tough game for you. For the ladies that are in the chat, it might not be that bad. But this is all you really have to do. You just have to decide if the shoe that we show on the screen is sold for more or less than $50. More or less than $50. And like I said, some of these, I don't know a whole lot about women's shoes. Even though my wife has a decent amount of shoes, I couldn't tell you what they cost. So I'm pretty bad at this game. I'm interested to see what you guys are going to do and how you're going to fare. So here we go. Number one, this first shoe. It looks like this might be a Converse shoe. I'm not 100% sure. It's got a little heart on it. It looks like they cut up a pair of jeans and made it into a shoe. So, is that more or less than $50? More or less than $50? Personally, I think I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I just cut a pair of jeans. So I'd probably say less, but I'm probably wrong because there's most likely more. But here we go. Let's see the answer. It is It's less. It's $44.97. Okay, all right, I got that one right. All right, there we go. It's less. $44.97. All right, here we go. The next one. This is 100% a rain. This is got to be a rain boot, right? Like I don't think you just wear these regularly. I could be wrong. Again, I don't really know a ton about girls' shoes, but what is this? More or less than $50. More or less than 50 doll hairs. Let's see what we've got. The answer is more. 110. Yikes! Y'all. That's a piece of rubber. Okay? Man, good for whoever can charge that much money for that type of shoe. That's awesome. Good for them. I hope they're making money off of that. That's crazy. I had no clue, honestly. All right. Wow. Here we go. Next one. Oh, a fresh pair of Adidas. I would probably buy those, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, I would probably buy that. Just obviously in like the men's size. But those are pretty dope. I'm here for that. Is that more or less than $50? More or less than $50? What do you guys think? If you get them at the outlet, it's definitely less, I would think. But, I mean, these may not be outlet shoes. I don't know. I'm going to say less. I'm going to say less on this one. Answer is less. $39.99. Great deal, Adidas. Great looking shoe. I'm 100% down to buy those. So, all right, here we go. Next one. Oh, we got a pair of Sperry's. I actually used to own a pair of Sperry's. They looked pretty close to this, to be honest with you. So the question now is, does Logan wear mom shoes? Not all the time, but have I? Yeah, sure. Because I'd wear these. I'd also wear those Adidas we just saw. So just saying. But more or less, $50. Pay more, pay less. I think mine were more. I think mine were like 60 or 70, I feel like. But I don't know. These are less. Well, we're going to get technical with tax. It would probably end up being more. But it is what it is. $49.99 is the answer. So the answer is less. If you said more, you're wrong. Less is the correct answer. I'm sorry. Don't get too technical on us here. The correct answer is pay less. Pay less. All right, here we go. Next shoe. This is a flip-flop with what looks to be pointy spikes on them. So this looks like a shoe weapon that you could get. There's pointy spikes on them. I'm not sure what those are for exactly. And it looks like they've been tied into a little bow, as if you tie a shoe, but you don't have to tie the shoe because they're sandals. This is bizarre to me, guys. I don't fully understand it. But how much does this spiky weapon shoe cost? Is it $50 more or less? It's also very interesting to watch this game in the chat and see what you guys are saying. This is phenomenal. I'm going to say it's more, I guess. I don't know. It is more. Oh my goodness. Is that real? Is that, someone tell me that's real. Someone, please let me know. That's wild. I mean, they have to be weapons. Those have to be little spiky weapons because that is wild. Holy moly, guys. That's crazy. All right, next one. Here we go. Oh, we got a pair of Toms. $50 more or less. $50 more or less. I'm going to definitely go. I don't think I ever seen a pair of Toms less than $50, to be honest with you. Not that I remember. It has to be more. This has to be more. Plus, they will donate a pair of shoes. So, yeah, it's fine if it costs more because they'll help someone out. So, I'm going more. It is more. Yes. It is more. Okay. All right. That is 6 of them down. We have 4 more to go. 10 total here. Next shoe is this. This is a pink shoe with leopard on the inside of it. And it looks like it's just like a little slip-on shoe. I don't know if you wear this around the house like slippers or if you like, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Yeah, so answer to this one, more or less than $50. I'm going to go less. I mean, it seems very simple. Like, it's a very, very simple shoe. So, like, I don't feel like it's more, but I could be completely off again. I really don't know. It's less. The answer is less. $4.99. That's a great deal, ladies, right there. I'm just saying, fellas, look, even for you guys, you could get this for your mom right now for Mother's Day, and this would be a great deal. Save you some money, fellas. Now, also, don't go that cheap for your mom. Get something a little nicer. Maybe not the $300 and whatever that was, $45 shoe, but, you know, I'd say somewhere between this and that. But anyway, we're going to keep rolling right along. We got 3 more left to go. All right, here we go. What is this? Oh, these are like, these look like Clarks. I don't know if they call them Clarks or not, but they look just like Clarks that dudes wear, except obviously the heel's a little higher. But that's exactly what these look like. And if I know Clarks are expensive. These look like Clarks. They could be totally different, but I'm just going to guess they're more expensive than $50. So I'm saying pay more. What do you guys think? Is it pay more or is it pay less? And shows how much I know about women's shoes. Yet again, it was less. Great deal, by the way. That's the shoe right there, boys. Mom's Day, boom, buy that thing. $22.99, pay less. Great deal. All right, that was number 8. We are on to number 9. Here we go. Number 9. What do we got? Okay, this is something called Rothy's. Rothy's. It's a yellow shoe. There's a cool little blue trim to it. It's kind of dope looking. Like, I kind of like this shoe a lot, to be honest with you. Again, not sure the scenario in which you wear these, if these are like lounge shoes or not. But 50 more or less, I really don't know. I mean, they look very simple. I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say less, but they could be more. I really don't know. I'm not even sure what these shoes are for. Answer. Oh my goodness. It is more. It's $145. This is wild, guys. This is wild. I'm learning so much right now as we're playing this game live. I'm learning a lot. All right, here we go. We have one more. Y'all knew that one. Gracie Smith knew that one real quick. Here we go. Last one. We have what looks to be the red version of Cinderella's slipper with, I don't know what those are on there. It's definitely not real diamonds, clearly, because those would be like millions of dollars worth of shoe right here. But look like some shiny rocks, maybe more of those little rocks with the other thing had on them that were like weapons. How much do these cost? That's a high heel too, boy. I'll tell you what. Before we finish this game, quick shout out to girls, y'all, for wearing heels like this stuff. I don't know how y'all do it. That would hurt so bad to walk on your tippy toes, but congratulations, well done. I'm gonna say more because that last one with pointy spikes on it was $345. This one, I'm gonna guess is more. Answer. It is $76.30. It is more. I knew it. Clearly. I think I probably got 4 of those right, maybe 5. This is rough. This was a rough game. I want to see what you guys got in the comments. Let me know how many you got right. Fellas, it's definitely clear to me that some of you have no idea how much shoes cost, which is fine. I mean, I don't either. These are girls' shoes. Like, it's the mom shoe game, and that's why we don't know it, because we're not moms. That was tough. I'm not going to lie. Like, that was really difficult. That was probably one of the hardest games we've ever played. So, how many did you guys do? How do we do that? Caleb Nolasco, 50%. Not bad. Gracie Smith, 4 out of 9. Gracie. Thought you were going to be better than that. Kendra Walker, 7 out of 10. Peyton Lamb, same thing. Nice job. Well done. Joe, 80%. I don't know if I believe you, Joe. I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't know. But congratulations. Noah Bramble, I'm not even going to ask what you got. It seems like this game was not friendly to you, buddy. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. All right, well, thanks for playing that. We learned a lot there, guys. We did. We learned an awful lot. Hey, and in just a second, I'm going to throw it over to Colton, actually. He's got a couple things he wants to tell you guys just about worship and what that kind of looks like in this time. And I know that's sort of a weird thing right now because we're not meeting in person, but I think he's got a really, really good, quick word for you that's going to be an encouragement. So I'm going to send it over to Colton, who shot this video last night for us, and you guys listen to what he has to say. I think it's really, really good, and hopefully you get something out of it. So, you guys check out Colton.
What is going on, CP students? My name is Colton Jackson, and I am our student ministry worship pastor. Hey, I hope that you are doing awesome. I am currently walking around in my backyard. My dog is out here. I just got done making dinner for my family. We just had a great dinner. We grilled out burgers. It was awesome. But hey, so I do worship for our ministry, and kind of right now in this weird pandemic that we're in, we're not able to gather and actually sing together, right? We're not actually able to get the band together to play music and lift up our voices to heaven in that room that we meet at. But here's the great thing about worship, and the great thing about our Heavenly Father, and the great thing about Jesus is that He doesn't require any of that to be worshiped, right? We can just literally, right now, I'm walking around my yard. It is an absolutely beautiful night, and I can just thank God for giving us this beautiful day. And that is worshiping Him. It's thanking Him for how good He is, for how great He is, for going to the cross for us, for dying for our sins. And that is what worship is. It's not just guitars, it's not just drums, it's not just keys or whatever it is. It is literally just thanking God and telling Him how worthy He is to be praised. And I encourage you right now, as you're kind of in this moment where you don't really know what's next, you don't know what is going on, you're just kind of sitting at home bored, begin to just literally look out in your backyard, notice the birds, notice the trees, and just thank God for who He is, what He's done in your life, how He's pulled you through a situation you may not have think you've been able to get through. But listen, He's a good Father. He cares about you. He is for you. Hey, that is what true worship is. And listen, I miss worshiping like how we do it with music with you so much, and I cannot wait to be back doing that. And trust me, we will be able to do that again soon. But right now, I have to focus and I have to shift my perspective into worshiping God in the ways that I can. Like I said, that just involves me walking around in my backyard, just thanking God for who He is, for giving us this beautiful day, for the sun to shine, that I can see another day. So listen, I hope this is an encouragement to you, that you can just literally, you might not even have to walk outside. You might just go into your room and just say a simple prayer like, God, thank you so much for who you are, what you've given me. I don't know what's next, but I love you and I'm here for it and I trust you with it. Listen, guys, I miss you so much. I love you. I cannot wait to see you. Stay safe. I will see you guys soon, all right? All right, later.
Hey, Colton, thanks a lot. That's a really good word. I think it's super encouraging for us. Things to remember just about worship. It doesn't have to be us singing. It doesn't have to be music. It can be us just talking to God, which is a super important thing to do and remind ourselves during this time. So we are really excited, as Colton said, about getting us all back together and worshiping. We are looking ahead to the fall right now and just planning and kind of dreaming and praying about what's going to happen in the fall. And we are excited about that. The plan right now is for Surge to return. The Surge will return back in September, which we're going to be really, really pumped about. I can't wait for you guys to be back with us at Surge and back in person. And it's going to be a good time. So we just can't wait for that. And hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. That would be great. So hey, we are in this series right now called The Good Life, which we're talking about wisdom. And today we're going to look at another principle in wisdom, which I think is going to be really, really helpful. And before we go into it, I'm just going to let you know right now, like as I'm talking to you about this stuff, I'm talking to myself too, because This today, what we're talking about is something that I struggle with so much. And we're going to hop into that in just a second. But before we do that, obviously, check out this quick video. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, back into our series called The Good Life. This is week 4. As I mentioned a minute ago, we've been talking about wisdom and what that looks like. And we've been in the book of Proverbs, which is in the Bible in the Old Testament. And if you've never read it, I would encourage you to check out the book of Proverbs. There's a lot of really, really good things in there. And the whole book is about this idea of wisdom. And so there is just tons of little nuggets of scripture here and there that you guys can check out, and I hope you do, because they're really, really good, and there is a lot that we can learn in there. But we're going to roll into today, and then hopefully roll into small groups right after this, and hopefully you have a great conversation. But here's the thing: we're all trying to live our best lives, which we've talked about over the last few weeks, and we all want to have a happy life, have fun, enjoy the day, enjoy the people that we care about. We all want the good life, right? And like I said, today we're going to start talking about one of those things that can help us have the good life here and now. And so I want to start today by asking you a question. And we're actually going to throw it up on the screen. That way you can kind of follow along with it. So the question is this: what is something that you're looking forward to right now? And you can feel free to put that in the chat if there's something that you're super pumped about right now, something you're looking forward to. Put that in the chat. I want to hear about it. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's, some of you, it's going back to school. You're excited about that. For some of you, maybe it's a vacation, or it's, I don't know, maybe for some of you, it's a Fortnite update that you're pumped about. That's probably what Micah's excited about, to be honest with you, is a Fortnite update. But whatever it is, some of you are really, really pumped about something. What is it that you're looking forward to right now? As you're kind of putting those in the chat, I'm going to tell you about something that I've been looking forward to right now, but also something I was looking forward to in the past. A few years back, a bunch of buddies of mine were like, hey, it'd be so cool to go on a cruise. And I don't know if you guys have ever gone on a cruise or not, but they're amazing because you get all of this food that you just, it's paid for. You don't pay for food on a cruise because you've already paid for it, which is crazy. And so they have a pizza bar that's available 24 hours and ice cream available. It's seriously, it's nuts. It's so good, but also you get to go to these cool destinations and places. And I was like, yo, I went on a cruise when I was a kid with my family, but I'd love to go with a bunch of my friends. And so we booked a cruise probably I don't know, in February or March, and the cruise was in December. All right, so this was 9 to 10 months of waiting for this cruise, and on the cruise's website they have a little countdown to your cruise, and so I would go to this countdown every single day and just watch it slowly tick down. But it took so long, right? I mean, I'm sitting there for 10 months every day looking forward to this cruise, and it is taking forever. Can I tell you how annoying that was? It was the worst. I could not stand it. Let's see some of the things you guys are putting in this chat. You're talking about baseball, something we're looking forward to. Cross-country season. That'd be awesome. Summer, show choir, marching band, opening the pool, end of the quarter, hanging out with friends again. Agreed. Vacation in 2 weeks. Caleb and Alaska, with you on that one. Speaking of vacation, I am going on vacation with my family here in July. We're supposed to go to South Carolina, to the beach down there, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping this whole quarantine is not going to mess it up, but I'm 95% sure we're going. We're getting down there. But that's one thing I'm looking forward to right now. And again, this whole idea of waiting for it is tough. I do not want to wait. Waiting is the worst. I think waiting is literally one of the worst things that you have to do, because you're just like, man, I want to be there. If you're looking forward to something, you want to get into it right now, right? And so waiting is tough. We're gonna play a little bit of a game. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I want you to answer in the chat what's worse. Like, what scenario is worse for you? All right, is it this? Is it waiting for summer break to get here, or the school day to end? Now, obviously, you're not in school right now, but when you were in school, what was worse, waiting for summer or just waiting for your school day to end? What was worse for you? I think under this one for me, obviously, the school year's so long, so like waiting for summer it took forever. It seemed like it was never going to happen. All right. What is worse, waiting for your Amazon package to arrive, or waiting for a new season of your favorite show? What is it? Waiting for your Amazon package to arrive, or waiting for a new season of your favorite show? Let's try another one. Now, for me, that one, by the way, is waiting for a new season of a show. No doubt. That's far worse. How about this one? Waiting in line for your favorite amusement park ride, or waiting for the cookies to get out of the oven? Two great things to wait on, I will say that. But which one is worse? I'll probably say, I don't know, actually. I was going to say cookies, but then I was like, I could eat cookies longer than I can ride a roller coaster. That's a tough one. I really, honestly don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. I'd be curious to see what you guys have to say. Some of y'all are saying Amazon instead of a new season. That's surprising to me. But, I mean, I feel you. But, yeah, waiting, it can be the worst, right? Like, when we're looking forward to something, doesn't it feel like we have to wait forever for it to actually get here? Like, that's to me what it feels like. And if we're being perfectly honest, right? If we're being honest, no one likes waiting. Like, no one likes to wait, right? That's just not fun. And we all have to do it. But here's the thing is, none of us actually like it, right? None of us actually like it. None of us really enjoy being patient for the good things to come. And that's probably something that we all would say we struggle with. It's not a fun thing. And what's really, really hard sometimes is being patient for things that we don't even really like all that much. Like, you're like, I have to be patient for this school day, which I'm not even a fan of school to begin with. So, like, why do I want to be patient in that? And see, we hear, like, adults all the time say patience is a virtue, right? Or good things come to those who wait. And you're like, dude, that's fine. That sounds cool. Like, that's a great sentence. But that's really, really hard. Like, that's really tough. And I don't know about you, but, like, that's tough for me, too. Not even just a student thing. Like, it's tough for me. And here's the thing. I don't know about you, but, like, my idea of living the good life requires very little patience or waiting. Like, this is something like that. No, the good life, I don't have to wait on anything. I just get what I want when I want it, right? But unfortunately, that's not how life works. Like, that's not what real life is. Like, real life, patience is part of the process. Patience is part of the process. See, when your sibling keeps using up the hot water, you have to take a cold shower, right? Patience is required for that type of moment. Because you're angry, you're mad. Right? Or maybe you told your parents that practice was going to end at 6:30 and then it's 7 o'clock and they're still not there to pick you up, right? Everyone ever happened to you before? Patience is required in those moments, right? Or when you send that text message to your friend, but all you see is that little gray chat bubble in response, but you don't get anything back. Patience, right? Patience. And that's tough. That's tough. And here's the thing. We struggle with patience in a lot of different areas of our life. Some of you guys, your struggle, it may be with your classmates. It could be with your friends. right? We struggle in all areas and all aspects of our life when it comes to patience. Friends and classmates, that's the first one, right? They may be acting different. You're wondering what's made them change. You might be wondering how long it'll be until the relationship feels normal again. Having to be patient in the process with friends and classmates is not easy. It's not. Or maybe some of you, it's with your parents, right? Some of you are struggling to be patient with your parents. You wish maybe they would see things from your perspective. Or maybe you want to be understood by them, or they just can't seem to do that. You know, and instead of patience waiting them to figure it out, you just feel frustrated. And then for some of us, it's this. Ourselves. We struggle to be patient with ourselves, and I think this is one of my biggest issues, to be honest with you. Like, I kind of fall into this category. I probably fall into the parent category a little bit too. Like, I struggle sometimes to be patient with my parents. But I think I really struggle to be patient with myself, right? Because sometimes we wish we were a better, whatever, student, or in my case, a pastor, or maybe it's a better athlete or a better friend. And instead of being patient with yourself, you go and be critical, like hypercritical of yourself really, really quickly. And see, we all struggle with patience. And when we do, what happens? See, and if you're like me, you complain. You get annoyed, you get frustrated, you might even give up on something. I don't know. But see, while that might be the natural response, it doesn't make the situation any better. It can actually probably make the situation a lot worse, if we're being honest. Like, that type of attitude can just make things worse. And that's a bummer, man. Like, that's tough. That's kind of hard to hear. I know for me, that's super frustrating because I do get down on myself a lot. And I struggle with patience when it comes to myself. And there have been moments where I have quit and I've given up on things, or I've gotten super annoyed or super frustrated. And that doesn't help the situation. It just makes it worse. And here's the reality, though, right? If we want to live the good life, then patience is just a part of the process. It's just a part of the process. And so that kind of leads me to this question. If we know that we need to be more patient, is there a way to be more patient? Like, how do we do that? Right? How do we do that? How are we able to be more patient? And as I mentioned earlier, we're talking about wisdom in the book of Proverbs, and that's where we're going to go to find an answer to this question. Is the book of Proverbs, and so if you have your Bibles, you can flip it there. I'll put them on the screen for you so you can follow along if you don't. But we're going to be in the book of Proverbs. We're talking about, in Proverbs, this guy Solomon. He was probably considered the wisest man that ever walked the earth at the time. He wrote most of this book of Proverbs. And so, like, he was the perfect person to write this book, right? Like, you know, when people talk about someone who's, like, really, really good at something, right? Or, like, for instance, your buddy Johnny. Like, Johnny is a really good, he's really, really good at Fortnite, right? Maybe he's like a Fortnite pro. He basically wrote the book on it, right? That's the same situation here. Is you have Solomon, he literally wrote the book on wisdom, like actually wrote the book on it. So we're going to see what he has to say about patience. Hopefully it'll help us kind of answer this question. Is there a way to be more patient? Because I think that's a really, really good one to know. So without further ado, check this out. I'm going to put this on the screen. Here's where we are. Proverbs 19, verse 11. It says this. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. So if we're gonna break this down just a second. So I'm gonna keep this on the screen for you for just a second. If we break this down, here's what's gonna come out of this. First off, Solomon is basically saying, hey, patience comes as a direct result of one thing, and that's wisdom. Like, person's wisdom yields patience. So patience comes from this idea of having wisdom. And so if you want to be more patient, we're going to need God's wisdom to help us get there. And the more wisdom we have, the more patient we'll become. And the less wisdom we have, the less patient that we will be able to be. So wisdom is important in this idea of patience. And what is wisdom exactly? You're like I've heard that word over and over again, and like I know it just means kind of like being smart, but like what is wisdom exactly? It's simple. It's this. Wisdom is the ability to see and know what's best. It's the ability to see and know what is best. It's something that we get more of over time as we grow closer to people, grow in our faith. And the Bible even tells us that if we want wisdom, all we have to do is ask God to give it to us. Which sounds like a pretty great place to start, if you ask me. That's pretty cool. So, what do we do from there? Like, where do we go from there? See, well, once God gives us more wisdom and helps us grow in patience, what does that look like in our lives? According to Solomon, it's choosing to look past an offense. Right? It's looking past an offense. I'll throw that verse back up there so you can see it. It's looking past an offense. So here's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about someone hurting you physically or emotional. That's not what we're talking about in this situation. I'm talking about offenses that happen repeatedly and oftentimes secretly. Right? Those things that need to be dealt with. And a way you can deal with some things like that is talking to a small group leader. Right? But those offenses or wrongdoings or frustrations, I'm talking about the things that test your patience. Right? When someone bothers you, annoys you, hurts your feelings, you got the chance to practice patience. And when you do, Solomon said that that's actually to your glory, which is cool. Like, that's the coolest, like, greatest, most amazing thing you could do. It's a big deal, right? Solomon said it's for your glory. He might as well have said it's for your benefit, although glory does sound way cooler, all right? But it's basically saying, hey, it's for your benefit to be able to overlook an offense. So here's the thing, students. This is the bottom line for the day, is if you want the good life, pursue patience. Pursue patience. Let patience be your glory, right? Something that you strive for by overlooking people's offenses. By overlooking maybe an offense to yourself. That's who we want to be. If we want to pursue the good life, we have to pursue patience. And of course, like I said, that's not always going to be easy. It's tough. It's tough to do. I struggle with that daily. Daily, y'all. Like, I have 2 9-month-old baby boys. Like, you guys know that. The twins. They're asleep right now, so they're not going to make an appearance today. Real sorry. Maybe next week or something. I don't know. This is their nap time, so they're sleeping right now. But I'll be honest with you. I love them to death. Like, the second most in the whole world behind Leah. I love Leah just a little bit more, right? But I love Leah and I love my boys more than anything in the world. Obviously behind Jesus too. That's number one. Let's be honest. I didn't want anyone to call it out for me, but that's number one. Leah's like a 1A. The boys are like a 1B. Anyways, I love them to death, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes being a dad is hard. And it takes a lot of patience. And that's something I am being very honest with you. Like, I don't do well at. Like, we have this little side table in our living room, and there's a lamp on it. And the boys right now, they're not walking fully, but they're like kind of scooting around, and like they're walking with the help of like the couch. So, like, they'll walk and hold the couch and walk by that. But they'll walk over to the lamp and they'll try to shake this table to knock the lamp off. And they do it, I mean, probably multiple times every day, and they've done it for the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, every day. And I tell them every single time, no, Oliver, Everett, no, you can't do that. That's not a toy. And there are days where I just have no patience, and I don't even, I just grab them and pick them up and put them on the other side of the room. And then they go right back. And I get mad and raise my voice, and ultimately I don't do a good job of pursuing patience with them. So I just want you to know that even as a middle school student, you're not alone in this idea of like being patient for something. It's hard sometimes for adults to be patient, okay? So I think this is a good lesson for all of us to learn and to talk about over time is wanting the good life, you have to pursue patience. And like I said, that's tough. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you 2 things that I want you to do this week. Maybe just try one. Just pick one for now and not even worry about 2. Just pick one of these things to do for the next week. And I think it could help you out when it comes to this idea of pursuing patience. and it's this. Number one is seek to understand. Seek to understand. Right when we're frustrated, we're not usually thinking about the other person's point of view. If something goes down, like put yourself in their shoes for just a second. And to be honest with you, this piece of advice, seek to understand, goes great with patience, but this goes great with life. Like this will help you start to figure out the world a little bit more. If you can start to seek to understand other people's perspectives, and hear me out on this. What I don't mean by this is I don't mean that you have to listen to other people's opinions and just change the things that you believe or change your beliefs. All I'm asking for you to do is hear somebody out. Hear them out. Their belief system may be totally different than yours. Totally different. They might believe things completely different than you, but just seek to listen to them and understand. You can learn a ton about the world by this idea of seeking to understand. And I think that will help us with patience. Trying to understand someone is going to help you be a little bit more patient. And even if you can't learn about them, you just try to assume the best about why they're doing or why they're saying what they're saying and why that might be testing your patience. So that's the first thing, is seek to understand. So definitely try and do that this week. And the second one is this, is think one step ahead. Think one step ahead. In the moments, things tend to seem bigger than they actually are. So maybe step back and breathe and just take a breath. And when you do that, ask yourself a couple questions. Will this matter to me by the end of the day? Is this really a big deal? End of the week, end of the year, does it really matter to me? 5 years from now, doesn't matter. See, questions like these are going to help us see situations more clearly. And I'll be honest with you, this one is tough for middle school. This one is tough. It's tough for high schoolers too. It's hard to think more than one step ahead. It's hard to get your mind in kind of that mode. But if you start figuring out how to do that, you're going to start to be more patient with people. Because you're going to ask those questions. Does this really matter to me right now or down the road? And it might not. And therefore, it's not really worth you worrying about it. Don't lose your patience over it. But here's the thing. Patience, it's powerful, man. It has the ability to help you do a lot of good in your life, in the lives of other people. And if you want the good life, I would encourage you to pursue patience. So as you're going off to small groups today, in just a little bit, I want you to ask this question. It's, what's one thing that causes me to have a hard time being patient? What is it? What's the one thing that causes me to have a hard time being patient? So look, that's it. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that was encouraging for you. I hope that helped. Like I said, I'm with you. I'm learning along with you. This is a struggle for me. It's not easy. I wish it was easier. But it's tough. It's tough. And so I would encourage you, talk to your small group leaders about patience and what this looks like in your life, how you can become a little bit more patient, because I'm telling you, life will only get better the more patient that we become. And God gives us the ability to do that, to be more patient. And He does that through us saying, hey, we want to be wise. We want to make wise choices, and we want to pursue wisdom. And so that's what this is all about. So like I said, if you want the good life, pursue patience. Hey, I'm going to pray for us real quick and then wrap us up, and then we're going to head out to small groups. Father God, thanks so much for this day. Thank you for these students who are here listening and joining in and participating. And I'm so thankful for them. And God, as we continue to go through our days, our weeks, that we can pursue patience, especially in this time of quarantine. I'm sure that patience is something that we are probably all struggling with right now, because we're seeing just the same situations every day inside our houses over and over again, and the same people. And not we don't love those people, but it's just a lot of repetition. And so I pray that we would pursue patience, God, that we would be wise and ask you to show us your wisdom, Father, as we pursue that patience. We love you and pray all in your name. Amen. For real, look, I do know that it can be hard for you guys as we're in quarantine right now to pursue patience, but I would definitely encourage you. This is a great chance for you to start practicing that as we're hopefully winding down this quarantine thing. I would definitely encourage you to work on these things specifically. So Yeah. Hey, I have one quick thing that I need to let you know about, and then after that we're gonna just be done, and that'll be it for you. But hey, we are in 2 weeks. So next week we'll meet at the same time as normal, but in 2 weeks we are actually moving times and switching up what we're gonna do a little bit. So starting on May 24th, we're actually moving to 11:30 on our YouTube channel. So you're welcome. Sleep in a little bit more if you'd like. That's up to you. Or play video games, Micah. Whatever it is that you want to do before 11:30, do that. But we would love to have you come hang out with us on our YouTube page at 11:30 on Sunday mornings in the summer. And we're going to be doing stuff for you guys, but also for our high school students. So high school is going to be involved as well. So we want to have a lot of you guys online and joining us. So make sure that you subscribe to our channel, know what's going on. We're going to be putting out some more videos throughout the summer that are hopefully going to be funny, some random things. It's going to be great. We might even be coming into the community, maybe to your neighborhood. Who knows? Lots of stuff potentially coming up. So, but make sure you know that we're moving May 24th to 11:30 on our YouTube channel. So we'll put that stuff on our social media as well, so you don't forget. But we would love for you guys to join us as we keep going throughout this summer. Right now, it looks like for most of the summer, we're probably going to stay online. But if any of that changes, we will let you know. Obviously, we want to hang out with you in person if we can, but we also want to make sure that you guys are safe and everyone is doing well. So, hey, that's it for us today. I hope you guys had a great morning. Thanks so much for hanging with us. Again, shout out to all the moms that are watching. For you guys at home, make sure you tell your mama you love her. Happy Mother's Day. That whole thing, like, get on it, all right? For sure, people. Tell mom you love her, because moms, they're great. Like, they're the best. So we love you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you here same time, same place next week. 10 a.m. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.